First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And able to use his blockers to get this out over the 40. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 40.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Here's Hurts to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, and that is incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw again. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. St. Brown in motion right. Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Here we go. 180.
In motion, the tight end.
Super one. DC.
Gone. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Shell.
To throw is Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Lift.
Goff now to throw. That's complete to Laporta. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal at the 1.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Hold on. Check.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a first and goal. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's second down. Goff fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So crisis averted, but now facing third and goal. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Eagles nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at the
Line of scrimmage, the 37
line.
on first and 10.
Like 20.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
What's that?
After the interception, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
What's that?
Back to throw, Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go tonight. 180. Orange, 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 orange. What's that?
Play action. It's Goff. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
White 20.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
180. DC, DC.
From the gun, here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Eagles 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Pushes him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
180. Hey, kill.
Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Goff. And the RPO. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
180. Two.
Here's Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Bates' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
From the back, pass busted in the act. Got to hit the club, people mobbing all day. Awesome. Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rocking side to side to the beat.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Deep trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
6-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.